Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will DuPree coming to you from the KXAN Live studio on what appears to be a pretty sunny day out there so far here in the capital city. But we do have our eye on the sky and what's going to be in store for the weather a little bit later today. And so we wanted to update you about the severe weather risk. And here to do that is Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans. David, thank you for being here. We appreciate it as always.
Will, good to see you again. Sorry under the circumstances.
Yeah, of course. Well, a lot of people are wondering about what chances we have for storms are today, so give us an update.
Well, the big update is the more sunshine we get and the hotter we get, which is now happening, the more likely storms are. So it's kind of a paradox on days like this. We're actually just getting word, I'm looking at my phone right now for a reason, just getting word that a tornado watch may be coming from the Storm Prediction Center for parts of central Texas, including Austin. Tornado watch means tornadoes are possible. It's like we have the ingredients for a taco laid out on the table, but we haven't made the taco until there's a tornado warning, until a warning is issued. So if that happens, we will keep you up to date. But in the meantime, let me give you what we got here. The severe weather threat is still on across central Texas, and it's highest in that orange color from Austin and Johnson City, Kingsland, out eastward toward Lexington, northward. That's an enhanced 3 out of 5 threat of seeing numerous severe thunderstorms potentially develop out there this afternoon. Now, the specific threats, those are still mainly large hail, up to egg or even tennis ball size. Winds could be significant as well, up to 60 miles an hour. An isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Notice on that center frame, the hail, there's the largest area of enhanced risk, including Austin. Also, those black hashes, those are intentional. That means what's called significant hail is possible, as I mentioned, possibly up to the size of tennis balls. Let me take you outside. The more sunshine we get, the more likely this is to all happen. I know it's kind of antithetical to what you might think, but in the last hour, this is a look behind the scenes at our 20 webcams that you can always see on KXAN.com. In the last hour, the clouds have really cleared, and all of a sudden, temperatures in Austin are 90 degrees. Now, the more heat we build up in the low levels of the atmosphere, the more likely it is to bubble up and break that cap that you've heard Sean and Kristen and Nick talking about the past couple days. Right now, it's like there's a cork on the champagne bottle, which is our atmosphere. If we get the champagne itself really, really hot, that cap is going to bust, and the champagne will come flowing out. The storms will develop in a hurry. Let me show you, taking into account how hot it's getting, one of our newest models updated every single hour. There's nothing out there right now, but look at the timeline, 5 p.m. This computer model says we get to 92 degrees today in Austin, which now looks very possible. And if we get that much heat, this same computer model says, boom, a storm develops very quickly over Austin, possibly with little to no warning, kind of like the outbreak that we had on March 21st. Remember how quickly those storms developed, not necessarily the tornado threat that we saw then. But these could pop up right over Austin during the evening rush with large hail on a crowded MOPAC, on a crowded I-35. Let me take you 1 hour into the future. These same models saying that by 6 p.m. the storms will be moving northeastward, possibly impacting North Austin and Williamson County. I will note that this computer model did a very good job with our last severe weather outbreak, and it is one of our most trusted in this scenario. A second computer model, totally different computer, different thinking, different data coming in and coming out. This one also says that we will have storms in Austin 5-6 p.m. So the bottom line to watch this afternoon is how hot we get. The more sun we get, the more likely these storms are, and also to have a plan in place. If I could get my druthers, I would say let's all be home by 4:45 p.m. in Austin. I know that's probably difficult, especially with your evening commute, dinner plans. You might have to go to the grocery store for the kids. But when you get home, whenever that may be, let's put your car in the garage, in the carport, maybe up against the side of the house as close as you can get it if that's possible. Anything to potentially protect your property. We're also worried about, of course, lives in these situations. We want to protect lives and property. The way you can protect yourself in these scenarios is get our KXAN weather app. We will warn you if there is dangerous weather close to you. And also have a plan in case you are stuck on the road and there's a big storm coming in and you see our weather app go off and maybe hail starts hitting your car. Know what to do. We don't want to crowd under an overpass because that's a very dangerous spot to be. A car might hit you from behind. You cause a traffic jam and the people behind you can't get anywhere. We want to pull off of the roadway, possibly into a gas station, a bank drive-through, something with some sort of a covered drive-through would be great, or anywhere else where you can hide in your car until the hail threat is gone. If there's a tornado warning, worst case scenario, probably not going to happen, we want to seek sturdy shelter. So, Will, I just talked for a long time. What questions do you have?
That's a good update. I was just saying that I'm watching as the viewer count has gone up on our Facebook feed, so thank you all for watching on Facebook.
Good.
For anybody that might be just have joined our stream there, I saw the numbers jump about maybe couple minutes ago, so maybe just want to give people another sense about this. So there is a chance that a tornado watch could go into effect. Maybe start there.
That's right. So a tornado watch may be issued. The Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma just gave us a heads up. They said, we're watching Central Texas and Austin. We might issue a tornado watch, meaning tornadoes are possible through probably 8 or 9 p.m. at the latest, meaning the ingredients are in place. We will also likely have a severe thunderstorm watch issued shortly, which means the ingredients are here for severe thunderstorms to form. They haven't formed yet. As you can see, it's beautiful outside. If they do form, we will get a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning.
Okay, well, that's a good place to start for everybody that's maybe just jumping into our stream. And I want to bring up that the governor, Governor Greg Abbott, has sent out a statement a little bit earlier talking about readying resources ahead of what is critical fire danger and a severe weather threat. Here's just a portion of that statement there that reads in part, the state of Texas has mobilized resources for West and East Texas ahead of critical fire weather, I should say, and severe storm threats in those regions respectively. He goes on to urge people to remain vigilant with these conditions out there. And from what I'm hearing, David, is that that's pretty good advice at the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the wildfire threat is a whole nother issue. Tomorrow it's going to be in the mid-90s and windy and dry. So then our concern all of a sudden becomes these red flag warnings, the fire weather warnings that we've had so many of. In the immediate future, as I mentioned, though, the severe weather threat that Governor Abbott also mentioned is our main concern. This might not be a situation where a big line of storms is coming toward Austin and you know what time it'll hit you. This might be a situation where the storms develop right on top of you, and it might happen at kind of the worst time, 5, 6 p.m. rush hour. Will.
Maybe recap what exactly makes these conditions so ripe for a storm to pop up a little bit later today.
Absolutely. So there's a thing in the atmosphere called instability or stability. A stable atmosphere, one with stability, means that there's not a lot of vertical motion to form these big thunderstorm clouds and the rising air needed for hail or a tornado. An unstable atmosphere, hot air rises, right? So the hotter we get down at the ground and the colder it gets up high, that hot air really wants to rise. So in a very unstable atmosphere, it's really hot down low and it's really cold up high. Now, through the day today, our temperatures down low have stayed kind of low because of the clouds. So we haven't had all that hot air at the surface. And the temperatures up high were kind of warm as well, which meant there wasn't this tremendous rising motion in the atmosphere. It's kind of stable. But now that the clouds are gone, the surface temperatures are heating up. So the ground is getting hotter, right? The temperatures at ground level in Austin are 90 degrees all of a sudden. And not only that, but there's an upper level disturbance moving quietly overhead in that sunny sky. What does that mean? It means the air up high is getting colder. So as the ground level gets hotter and the air up high gets even colder, as this cold air aloft swings into our area, the temperature difference between the ground and up where planes are is getting larger and larger and larger. And eventually that does what we call breaks the cap. We've heard a lot about the cap that stayed in place yesterday, meant no storms formed. I am a lot more pessimistic that that cap holds today. I think, with how hot it's getting and with the cold air coming up high in the sky, I think we could see some storms develop really quickly here in the next couple hours.
Let's walk people back through those quick radar models that you sent me there. Starting at about 5 o'clock, this one showing what could happen at that time.
That's right. This is showing the forecast clouds and radar. Radar showing the concerning reds and purples. And this is showing that right over the Austin area, we may see severe storms develop very quickly, 4:35, 5:30 p.m. No guarantee they'll pop up right over the Wyatt Oak Hill like it's showing there, but we got to all be on guard from Highway 281 toward the Austin area. Now, if you advance this model an hour forward, this one little thunderstorm could be growing into a multi-cell cluster, a big cluster of thunderstorms. And some of those reds, maroons, and purples are likely not only going to be rain, but large damaging hail, some strong thunderstorm winds, and even the potential of a tornado. as we mentioned, a tornado watch may be about to go into effect because there is a little bit of spin in the atmosphere today. And if these individual storms fire, like this model, which is one of our best, shows, they could be in a tornado-conducive atmosphere.
And then there is one other model that you showed a little bit earlier, talking about more storms potentially forming.
And this one looking a little less ominous as far as the severity of the storms, but it's showing storms popping up in the same exact spot. So when two of our best high-resolution models are showing the same thing in the same place at the same time, that's a pretty good signal that we're going to see something pop up over the Austin metro during the evening rush. So again, if you're just joining, big concern is hail during the evening rush hour. If you can, try to get home a little early, get your car to safety, get yourself to safety. If you have to be on the roadways 5 and 6 p.m., please stay aware of what's going on up above you. And if threatening clouds roll in, we want to get you off the highway and get your car under a shelter, whether that be a gas station or something of the sort. You see hail up to tennis balls there in the middle panel. That is our main concern. That black hashing, those little lines, that means that significant hail is possible across the area today.
All right. Well, Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans, thank you for joining us for this update. I know a lot of people have been appreciating that on our Facebook feed. We've been seeing a lot of comments there. So tell us about what you have coming up with what you're going to share in the 4:30 newscast.
Well, thank you all for joining. At the 4:30 newscast, we've got 2 storm chasers on standby who will be watching for the development of these storms. They were so crucial in the Round Rock tornado and other tornado outbreak that we had on March 21st. They will be again, luckily, at our disposal tonight. So you will get to see the worst of these storms wherever they are across the area from the comfort of your living room. We will also just be watching this unfold in real time. This is not one of those situations where we know exactly what's going to happen and when. So if you start watching KXAN with us at 4:30, it could be a pretty exciting ride through the rest of the evening.
All right. That is what we call a tease. David, thank you so much again for talking to me today and joining us and sharing an update. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, everybody. Again, that is Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans. He is going to head to the studio to the 4:30 newscast where he'll provide another update on the forecast and potentially live updates on what is unfolding at that very moment. Thank you all again for sticking with us. We have more information about the latest conditions and the forecast on our website, kxan.com, so please visit there if you have any further questions or information you'd like to find out. We appreciate you all being with us. We'll see you again another time. Please, everybody, stay safe and healthy out there, and take care.